Good day, campers. Today we are going to put man in managing time. That's right, we're going to help us men learn how to organize. I think that this is a topic that we need to talk about in the manhood realm of things because I don't think we as men are that good at this. I think the women are killing us in this department of organization. And the school year is coming up, and for a lot of us college students and some high school students, this is going to be great and it's going to be beneficial. And even if you're not going to school, you're going to want to learn how to organize and manage your time so you can get more of your hobbies and more things done in your life. You want to be productive. So, buckle up, let's hit the intro and let's talk about managing time. Welcome back to the Of Mice and Macho podcast, where a boy talks about being a man. I'm your host, Hunter Goring, and today we are talking about managing time. Now, this episode is the first episode that I'm recording a video on, so hopefully it pans out. I don't know how well this is gonna go. I don't have a ton of listeners as of right now anyway, but that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate the other listeners. So thank you so much for listening to this podcast. But this is kind of an experimental episode. We're going to see if this video thing works out because Spotify's come out with a video thing where you can watch videos while you listen to your podcast, which I think is super, super cool. And maybe I'll put it on the YouTube. I guess we'll see. We'll see how it runs. But thank you for coming and listening and supporting the Of Mice and Macho podcast. I run it by myself. My name is Hunter Goring, and I love talking about manhood. I love being a man, and I love the values and the traditional values of manhood, the healthy traditional values of manhood, and I want men to become their best selves. That is the ultimate goal of this podcast. So if you're here, thank you for listening. If this is your first time, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you keep listening because I love making this content. Something that I'm really passionate about is time management. I think that this is huge, and I think that you as a man can become your best self with managing time and being effective while managing time. I used to be the worst person in the world at managing time. It was so bad. I I cannot tell you, I was awful at it. High school, let's throw it back to high school. Um, I did not manage my time at all. There was nothing. I kind of just went with the flow. I was easygoing. I didn't really find time or manage time. I floated through school and I did fun things in school, but when it came to like homework and stuff, I didn't really manage my time to get the best grades. I passed and stuff, but I didn't excel in that stuff. Um, I went and served a mission for my church, and that's when my life kind of flip flopped. I decided, I'm kind of tired of being this like easy going, kind of just going with the flow, not having this schedule every day or managing my time effectively. And I completely flipped over because on the mission, you have to manage your time and you have to know what you're doing every second of every single day. That's just how the mission ran. And it completely changed my life. And I really want to share with you men, and I want you guys to become more macho and be able to become the best men that you can be because I think that there's a lot of things in our life that we want to do. Like, for instance, we want to be healthy, we want to go to the gym, we want to find time to do homework, we want to find time to date or be with our spouse, we want to do our hobbies. Like, I needed to find time to do this podcast. And there's just a lot of moving pieces in our time. And if we're not managing it as men, we're not going to get anything done. And then we're not going to have fun, or we're going to have too much fun because we forget to time manage the things that are important. So that's why I want to talk about it, because it's completely changed my life and I know it's going to change yours. And I have a few tips that I want to share with you guys. I have 3 tips that I think will be super effective. So I hope you use them because they've completely changed my life and you will be grateful. I promise. I think there is this overall stigma, is that, or this like clouded, how do you say it, man? what is it called? Why am I blanking on it? There's this overall, I guess stigma is the word that, or a rumor that, okay, we'll go with rumor. There's this overall rumor that if you manage your time and you have a schedule, you're going to be locked in and you're not going to have any flexibility and your life is going to be this robotic nightmare, which I think is absolutely false. I was in the same impression and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have everything scheduled for every single day. I this no, I don't feel like a free man." And I felt barred up, but then I started doing it and it completely changed my life. So please, please, please get that mentality that you have and take it out and throw it away and don't ever think that again because I promise you're going to love this. Okay, so tip number 1 is you have to create some form of calendar. Us guys are not good at this. You see all the girls with their calendars, these like sweet little cute bindered calendars that have different stickers and markers and different colors for different things. And they're so great at it. And we are trash at it. We're the worst. And it doesn't have to be as complicated as the girls make it. It really doesn't have to be that complicated. It can be as simple, it can be online, it can be on an app. It doesn't have to be color coded. Like, you will be okay. What I do personally and what I tried to do is I did a couple calendar apps and they were okay, but I have fell in love with Google Calendars. And most of us have it. Most of us have a Google account. Most of us have Chrome or that type of server on our phone. And it can go into different electronic formats. So it can go on your computer, it can go on your laptop, it can go on your iPhone or your smartphone, and it's just very versatile. It's easy to access on all of these devices because all you have to do is log on to your Gmail. And I've been very impressed with it because it's free, and there's a lot of scheduling and calendar apps that are pricey or they cost. And yes, they do some functions that are great, but I'm looking for the best bang of my buck. I'm a broke college student. So this Google Calendars is the best way to go. I highly recommend it. You can do different colors and then put different things in different categories. For like school, you could have it be a different color, or work, you could have a different color. But what you need to do is you need to schedule out every single day everything that you want to accomplish, all the habits, all the goals that you want to accomplish, work that you have, schooling that you have, time that you want to put schooling in, or your work schedule, or time that you want to spend with your family, when you're going to church and stuff. And you just schedule it all out, like day to day, like hour to hour, what you have going on that day. And you can even schedule in some free time and stuff. This sounds a little like monotonous, but I promise you're going to enjoy it and it's great. And I've seen so much benefit from it. So, first, you want to create a calendar. I cannot stress that enough. I think I'll show you guys my calendar. I'll just pull it up really quick. So, this is my calendar. I just have day-to-day events. Um, I guess you can't see it on the podcast. Maybe I won't show it. I'm not going. I'll post it on the social media. I'll post it on of Mice and Macho on the Instagram page. But you just go through every single hour of your day. You lightly color code it, and then you can repeat it in the calendar. And then you just go through the same cycle, so you have the same motions. So your body gets into this habitual mind of thinking, and then it just becomes super easy to do. Like if you want to go to bed on time a little bit earlier, you schedule it in. And then you know when it's time to go to bed and you're like, oh, I got to go to bed. Or, oh, I got to go exercise. It's a great motivator for like going to the gym and stuff. So I highly recommend that. Number 2, this might be annoying, but it will help you get into the mindset of it. You have to put notifications or alarms on your phone. I made a calendar and I was excited and I was hyped. And I was like, oh, this is how I'm going to manage my time. I'm so excited. And I forgot about it. I forgot different times. I was like, oh, that was at that time. I was supposed to have lunch at this time. I was supposed to go to the gym at this time. I thought it was at this time because it fluctuates because your school schedules and your work schedules change from day to day. And it was really hard. So, what you want to do is you want to create alarms on your phone or push notifications. You can get apps that will give you push notifications of the times like when it's about time to start the different activity that you want to do. And this will help you be able to stay on top of your schedule and help you manage time correctly because there's so many hobbies that we men want to do. I think that we like being men of many different trades. Like we always see, I don't know. I always think of Ron Swanson. He's a man of many trades and he looks like he knows how to manage his time, like he knows where he needs to be. And I think we men want to do that as well. So please start off with putting reminders and notifications on your phone. This is going to help you. You don't have to keep them on forever, just enough to get into that habit. I would say maybe 4 to 6 weeks, and it's really going to benefit you. My third and final tip for you is get a habit tracker of some sort, whatever it is, an app, a piece of paper, a book, whatever you do. It could even be a note on your phone. Please get a habit tracker. I just finished Atomic Habits. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. It's one of the best books I've ever read for self-help. And it pretty much talks about how we as a society set all of these goals that we want to achieve and we want to manage our time correctly, but we just don't because we don't know how to create good habits. We don't know how to create lasting habits. We're really good at creating bad habits, but it's really hard for us to, when we want to create a good habit, to keep up with it and maintain it. And it talks about having a habit tracker. And if you have a habit tracker, what it does is it sends endorphins to your brain every time you check a box off of something that you wanted to accomplish. And it will send that endorphin rush to your brain. And it like triggers and it makes you happy and it makes you excited and it makes you motivated to continually do it until it becomes habits. Like, oh, I got to get these habits done. I wouldn't go overboard on how many habits you want. I have 6 or 7 on my habit tracker. That might be a little bit much. That might be a little too excessive, but it helps motivate me. And it's like, oh, I've had so many days where I've done this. I have this streak and I have to keep going. I have to keep doing it. Like if you have a 30-day streak of going to the gym and you're really like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go today. I'm not feeling it. And you look at your habit tracker and you see 30 days and you're going to have to start all over and you're not going to have the 30-day streak. It'll just be like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. And it'll benefit you so much. I think there's a lot of apps on the Apple Store. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot on the Google Play Store as well. I have one that's called, I think it's called Habit Tracker. And I just plug in the habits that I want to do. And like I want to do guitar practice. I want to work on this podcast to give you guys good content. Hopefully the content gets better. I love you listeners so much. Thank you for listening to me. You guys are freaking cute, you little cuties. Oh, I love you. But I love my scripture study. I love getting closer to God. So I put my scripture study on there. What else do I do? I do exercise. I do reading. I would like to read more. And I also learned French on my mission, but I haven't been able to use it a lot since my mission because I'm surrounded with English. So I go on Duolingo, and that's like one of my habits as well. You can do a lot of different things, and then you take those habits that you want to achieve and you put them in your daily routine so you're doing it every day so that you can become better. It is so crucial. I hope that you guys take this and run with it. It has blessed me so much, and I cannot stress this enough. We as men really don't manage our time well. I think that this is something that we lack. I think that there are a lot of men that do manage their time well, but I think a good majority of us don't. So please take these steps. Make a calendar. Make a calendar. Make a calendar. Please. Put reminder notifications on your phone and get a habit tracker. I promise you that you're going to be more happy and you're going to be more accomplished. And you are going to be your best self. You're going to be healthy. You're going to be happy because you're trying to focus in on the habits that you're trying to create. And you're going to make them good habits. So thank you so much for listening. Before I go, I just want to say a quick thank you to my listeners. I don't have a ton right now. I'm not racking in the dough. This is a hobby right now, but the people that are coming out and listening to my podcast every week, you guys have my heart. I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful for you. You make this so worth it. I am so appreciative that people are coming to listen to what I have to say and what I have to offer, because I love talking a lot and I love sharing my opinion a lot. So thank you so much for coming to listen. I hope you enjoy. If you love it, you can always get some merchandise. My link is on the Instagram page of Mice and Macho. You can get updates there. I try to put some funny reels on there. There's some great quotes by some awesome men on there as well. And then there's some also tips and hacks that I have on there. So please go give it a follow. Thank you for listening. Have a great week. Be manly, okay? Embrace manhood. I think that it's being shamed in this society. So men, embrace your manhood. Don't be overbearing, but be gentlemen and be happy and be a man. I love you guys. I'm proud of you. You can do it. Manage your time, babies. Okay? All right. Have a good week. Love you. Okay, bye.